The small cafe in London buzzed with quiet chatter and the aroma of fresh coffee. Emma and her friends sat at their usual table, enjoying a rainy evening. Suddenly, Mr. Thompson, the cafe owner, approached them with a worried expression. "I lost something important," he said, looking around anxiously. Emma exchanged glances with her friends. "What did you lose?" she asked. "My special key. It was here, but now it's gone." Mr. Thompson gestured to the counter. "Maybe it's just misplaced," Emma suggested. Mr. Thompson shook his head. "No. I always keep it in the same place." Emma and her friends realized they had a mystery to solve. Emma frowned. "When did you last see the key?" Mr. Thompson thought for a moment. "About an hour ago. I was behind the counter, then I stepped away to help a customer. When I came back, it was gone." Emma's friend, Jake, leaned forward. "Are you sure no one took it?" Mr. Thompson sighed. "I don't know. Maybe I lost it, or maybe someone stole it." Emma repeated the words to herself: lost, missing, stolen. They all meant something was gone, but in different ways. She turned to Mr. Thompson. "So, you don't remember putting it anywhere else?" "No," he replied. "I always keep it here." He pointed to a small drawer behind the counter. Jake stood up. "Then we should start looking." Emma nodded. "And asking questions. Maybe someone saw something." Mr. Thompson's face brightened. "You'd help me?" "Of course," Emma said with a smile. "Let's solve this mystery together." With that, they split up, some searching the cafe, others talking to customers. The investigation had begun. Emma and Jake decided to ask the customers if they had seen anything unusual. Meanwhile, their friend Lily checked behind the counter with Mr. Thompson. Emma approached an elderly woman near the window. "Excuse me, did you see anything strange in the last hour?" The woman adjusted her glasses. "Strange? No, dear. But I did see Mr. Thompson searching for something." Emma nodded. "He lost his key." "Oh dear," the woman said. "I hope he finds it soon." Meanwhile, Jake spoke with a young man near the entrance. "Hey, did you notice anyone acting suspicious?" The man shrugged. "Not really. But a guy in a dark coat was standing near the counter earlier." "A dark coat?" Jake asked. "Did you see his face?" The man shook his head. "Not clearly. He left in a hurry." At the counter, Lily checked under the cash register. "Nothing here," she said. Mr. Thompson sighed. "It must be stolen." Emma and Jake returned. "We might have a lead," Jake said. "A man in a dark coat was standing here before the key disappeared." Emma crossed her arms. "Now we just need to find out who he is." The mystery deepened. The cafe buzzed softly as Emma and her friends pieced together the clues. A man in a dark coat, who was he? And why had he left so quickly? Lily turned to one of the waitresses, a young woman with curly hair and a friendly smile. "Excuse me, did you see a man in a dark coat near the counter earlier?" The waitress nodded. "Yes, I remember him. He was tall, maybe in his 40s. He had a beard and carried a black bag. Emma's eyes widened. Did he buy something? Yes, the waitress replied. A coffee and a sandwich. But he seemed nervous. He kept looking around. Jake frowned. And when did he leave? A few minutes before Mr. Thompson noticed the key was missing. Emma turned to Mr. Thompson. Do you know him? Mr. Thompson shook his head. No, I don't think so. Lily bit her lip. Could he have taken the key? Emma exhaled. We need more proof. Just then, the waitress snapped her fingers. Wait! Before he left, he dropped something under the table. Emma's heart raced. What was it? The waitress pointed. It's still there. They rushed to look. Emma bent down and reached under the table. Her fingers brushed against something small and metallic. She pulled it out and gasped. It's the key, she exclaimed. Mr. Thompson's eyes widened. Are you sure? Emma held it up. The golden key glinted under the cafe lights. Is this yours? Mr. Thompson took it carefully, inspecting it. Then, his face lit up. Yes. This is my special key. Jake frowned. But how did it get under the table? Lily thought for a moment. Maybe the man in the dark coat took it, but then dropped it by accident. Emma nodded. That would explain why he left in a hurry. Maybe he didn't even realize he lost it. Mr. Thompson sighed with relief. Thank you all so much. I don't know what I would have done without your help. The waitress smiled. Looks like the mystery is solved. Emma laughed. And we learned some new words along the way: lost, missing, stolen, plus how to ask the right questions. Jake grinned. A mystery and an English lesson in one. Mr. Thompson chuckled. Well, your detective work saved the day. Coffee's on the house. Emma and her friends cheered. Emma took a sip of her coffee and smiled. That was quite an adventure. We asked questions, found clues, and solved the mystery, all in English. Lily nodded. And we learned some important words, like lost, missing, and stolen. Jake grinned. Plus, how to describe people, tall, with a beard, wearing a dark coat. Emma turned to the viewers. Now it's your turn. Imagine you lost something important. How would you ask for help in English? She gave some examples. I lost my phone. Have you seen it? My wallet is missing. Can you help me find it? I think someone took my bag. What should I do? She smiled. Write your answers in the comments. Practice makes perfect. Mr. Thompson waved from behind the counter. Thank you again. Come back soon, hopefully, without another mystery to solve. Emma laughed. We will. And to everyone watching, keep practicing your English. See you next time. She gave a final wave as the screen faded to black.